Hey everybody, so I have been really wanting to do a Frostgrave battle report for a long time now. When you look at my table, if you like, almost everything that's on the table has been painted up, you know, like in a video on the channel. So, but it like goes, it's like this is what I've been doing with my life for like the past year or something like that, like all the stuff that I've been painting and stuff. So, which is one of the great things about Frostgrave is that you can totally use all of your D&D stuff. I'm going to be playing Dark Alchemy. Dark Alchemy is, yeah, Dark Alchemy is a campaign that you can play co-op or solo, and Joe, he says in like the notes, like in the foreword, that it's a really good game to play for beginners. So like in the very first mission, you set up your warband like usual. You have, you know, the normal amount of money to buy soldiers and like apprentice and stuff, but the apprentice only actually shows up in the third mission in the game. And there's a few other special rules, like there's the spells that you can cast in between games, like out of games. There's only two that you can use, and they you can only use them on the first mission. So and also potions. There's a special potion table. Joe mentions that he wasn't really satisfied with how potions worked in the first edition of Frostgrave. So this is kind of like a supplement. Like you can use the potion table from Dark Alchemy. And I'm using the Frostgrave folio. It's just a collection of little things that were published, little missions and scenarios that were published, that, you know, they're like little tiny campaigns. And so yeah, a couple of special rules. There's one thing that I made a mistake, like a kind of big mistake when I was doing this. There's a rule, so yeah, more background. The whole story of what's happening with Dark Alchemy is that the Warband has heard of a potion warehouse in the Frozen City. They've ventured out, and while they're exploring, all hell breaks loose. The place like sort of explodes, starts burning, and there is this creature that shows up, the Alchemical Monstrosity, that has like been feeding on potions or something. It's an abomination of a horrible amalgamation of several creatures that were caught in an alchemical explosion and fused together. Due to its poor biological construction, the monstrosity will likely not live for more than a couple of days, but that is certainly long enough to be bad news for a warband. There's a special rule in Dark Alchemy in the first mission that I didn't see. It's you roll for initiative. Things still go like normal. You have wizard phase, apprentice soldier phase, and then creature phase. But if you don't roll initiative for the creatures. You roll initiative, and then if you roll a 7 or below, then a giant rat shows up, one. But also the alchemical monstrosity gets to move first. Just the alchemical monstrosity. So I forgot to do that, and it could have been a game changer in this game, how it played out, because I totally spaced it. You'll see. So, anyways, yeah. What else? Yeah, another special rule for Dark Alchemy is that because it's like a survival horror game. The warband starting out, you can only have you have your regular warband. You can spend all your money on soldiers and all that. The any soldier who gets killed, though, doesn't necessarily die. You roll to see if they actually die. But if they die in the game, then they're too injured to continue for the rest of the campaign, because it's like an endurance thing that you try to make through all the way to the end. When people pick up tokens, treasure tokens, they're not slowed down, and then they don't take the hit to their fight. And they can also carry multiple treasure tokens, because the idea is that they're in this, potion warehouse, and there's a special, potion table, and most of the things, like, you're mostly just grabbing like gold, or like you might get a grimoire, you might get, potions and things like that. But it's like it's not like a regular. It's not like the regular loot where you're going to be getting like all kinds of magical armor and weapons and lots of grimoires and, things like that. So anyways, this is my very first battle report on YouTube. So thanks for watching in advance, and let's do this. Let's get on with it. All right, let me introduce you to the Warband. This is my illusionist, and let's see, this focus. This is Reaper Bones. I painted these guys up like cultists for a D&D game. She is going to be, I tried to be very like metagamey and sort of min-max her as like a battlefield control wizard. We don't have an apprentice yet. In this scenario, we can only have the wizard and then 3 other figures accompany them. So you'll notice there's a lot of archers. We have 1, 2, 3 rangers, and then we have a marksman and a Templar. So let's see. Song of Fire and Ice, minis, Massive Darkness, Reptisarians, God Tier, and some random board game. I can't remember what this is from. And then over here we have the Alchemical Monstrosity just chilling up there, waiting to kill some fools in the middle of the map. So, and then all the terrain, a lot of it is like handmade, but a lot of it is for Warcry. So welcome to my kitchen, and I'll show you some of the my wizard's spells. So like I said, my wizard is very, very focused on battlefield control. You have all her illusionist spells up here. Glow, that's one of the reasons why there's so many archers in this game. I'm trying to keep everybody alive, and I want to see if I can kind of min-max and for the scenario. There is a special rule where out of game spells, there's only 2 that you can actually use. And so I thought it would not be worth it to take them. You can only take 1 or 2, and you can only use them in this game. The very first scenario of Dark Alchemy. So I have Transpose, Glow, Teleport. Those are the illusionist spells. Mind Control, Soothsayer, Push, Sigilist, Heal, Thaumaturge for the aligned schools, and then Bone Dart and Enchant Armor, which have very low modifiers for the neutral schools. So the Warband is going to come in on this side in full view of the Alchemical Monstrosity with the Templar in front and I think I'll try one of the marksmen's. Yeah, house rules. Monsters don't do crits. That's going to be one of my house rules. And then just because I'm, hardcore D&D player, when I do movement, you're probably going to see me doing a lot of this because it just, I don't know, it's like ingrained in me. I like playing like that. So, anyways, yeah. We roll for initiative. I have for the Warband, I have frosty blue dice. And then for the monsters, I have my cursed player killer dice. These guys love to kill players. And then also I'll be using the rest of the set to denote wounds. So yeah, we can only have 3, the wizard and then 3 others. I maxed out, I spent all of the gold that we had to make our warband on the soldiers, and since we can't use an apprentice until game 3, I'm gonna eventually buy one. I'm gonna save up my gold for an apprentice until game 3. So yeah, a little bit of metagaming, a little bit of min-max munchkin, but we do roll for initiative, not for the monsters, but to see in the beginning of the round how many rats show up over here at the end of the board, at the rat hole way back in the back. So, rolling initiative, let's see. That is a crit 20. And so yeah, that means that no rats show up, and kind of wish that I could have gotten a crit on the Alchemical Monstrosity. But so yeah, wizard phase, the wizard is just going to move up. I'm not going to bother group activating because soldier phase is next. They're all next to each other. So she's going to move up. Let's see. She has a movement of 6, I believe. But she... Can I get over here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here. And then she's going to stay in cover a little bit. And she's going to try and cast Glow on the Alchemical Monstrosity. So she needs a 10. And if she does not get a 10, she's probably going to cut for it. So here we go. That's a 17, she gets it off. And until the end of the game, all ranged attacks on the Alchemical Monstrosity are a +3 to hit. And the rangers, well, the rangers are shoot +3. And then the marksman is shoot +3 as well, and also does +2 damage because he has a crossbow. So they're pretty good at shooting. And then we have our beefy tanky boy. So right off the bat, this ranger has a clear line of sight, so he's just gonna shoot and then move. Oop. So that was a 7, which doesn't get past the Alchemical Monstrosity's AC. I think with a +3 and a +3 shoot, that still misses. Doesn't even get past the oh, actually no, they're only +2. They're only +2 to shoot. So that's a +5, that's a 12, and I believe that doesn't even get past the Alchemical Monstrosity's AC. It does not. Alchemical Monstrosity has armor 13. So the marksman is going to go ahead and move up as well into cover. Oh, actually, this guy is going to go ahead and move. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have 6 movement? No, 7. Rangers have 7 movement. So he is going to stay there, though, next to the wizard, in case she needs to group activate. Marksman is going to go ahead and move up and take a shot. 5, 10 into cover, a little bit of cover, to take a shot on the Alchemical Monstrosity. No, he has cover too. I don't want him to have cover. Yeah, he'll move up to there so that he has cover. The Alchemical Monstrosity does not have cover. And that is going to be a 17 plus shoot 3 for the marksman, which puts him at an unnatural 20. The Alchemical Monstrosity is fight plus 4, so he needs a 16 in order to not take that. Whoops, that's cocked. He rolls a 5. Oh, actually, I need to roll it with the player killer dice. He rolls a 9. Fight plus 5 is 14. Not enough. Takes 6 points of damage. And then the the Templar is just going to move up and try and stay just out of range, but ready to get in there as soon as things get real. Okay, so monster phase. Okay, monster phase. So the Alchemical Monstrosity has a movement of 5. So it is going to move. 5, 10, 15, drop down, 20, 25, right there. And then also, another house rule, I'm gonna round down to just keep them on the grids, just make it easier. So he's only going to move 2 more. And he's mad at this guy because he did the most damage. So, rolling initiative. Rolling initiative. That is a 6, and a big old pile of rats shows up over by the rat's nest. So, wizard phase. The wizard is going to move up, and actually she is going to cast Bone Dart. We are going to do our absolute best to just kill the monstrosity before we can even get to us. So she's going to cast Bone Dart on him, which is a +5 to hit. She needs a 12. And she cranks it, 19. So she immediately gets to make a +5 shooting attack on the Alchemical Monstrosity. +3 because of glow. So, come on, big money. Now we need the 19. That's 5. That is going to miss. So, actually, no, wait. +5 +3. Yeah, it's still gonna miss. She did get the spell off, so she does get experience for getting the spell off successfully, but... And now she's going to get the fuck out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in cover. And this ranger, soldier phase, this ranger is gonna go ahead and take a shot. +5, or +3 and +2, so +5 total to hit. Still, you have not hit anything yet. You're, so that doesn't get past his AC. That's a 12. And then, oh geez, you're gonna be in trouble. The marksman is, oh, you know what? That should have been +2 damage. So that is actually an 8. The Alchemical Monstrosity has 8 wounds on it because you got shot with the crossbow by the marksman. So the marksman is going to reload for 1 action and then shoot again. Cocked. That is a crit 20. So that is, let's see, not enough to kill him, but that's a lot of damage. So 20 plus his shoot of +3 +5 is 25. The Alchemical Monstrosity has an AC of 14, so that is 6 times 2 is 12 +8. Is that enough to actually kill him? Let me check. That is just enough. That is just enough to take out the Alchemical Monstrosity before he even got a chance to do some really nasty stuff to them. So that was the plan. We achieved the plan. He did not get any shots off. He didn't get to fight anything, but the Alchemical Monstrosity, when it comes into, it just needs to come into range of the fighter would have only needed to come into range, or anybody else, and then stop their turn in oh geez, it's like 3 inches radius of him, and then he gets an automatic like opportunity attack or reaction attack on them. So anyways, that was the plan. It worked. Nobody took any damage yet, and now we just have to deal with piles of rats and grab all the treasure. So yeah, this guy forgot to move. Gonna send him up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's just D&D, you know, like a square is like 5 feet. So if they have a move of 5, they move 25 feet. So he cannot move. He reloaded his action. The Templar has a move of 5 as well, I believe. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is the soldier phase. Okay, over here, this pile of rats doesn't really see anybody, so it is just going to do a random move, and that is that direction. So I guess it's just gonna stay there. It's just gonna hang out. This is going really well so far, but we'll see. We could get murdered by rats. We'll see. And initiative. That's a 3, another pile of rats shows up over by the nest. And everybody is going to make mad dashes for treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he cannot actually get up the wall. He can move. Actually, he can't even make that move up there at all. No, he'll go one more this way. Or let's see, 1, 2 for his move. And then this guy is going to scurry up this. So 1, 2, so 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And move over here and be ready to pick up a treasure on the next turn. Over here, this soldier is going to do the same thing. He's going to wrap around 5, 10, 15, 20. He's gonna move up and get to right here and be ready to climb up on the ledge on his next turn. Did that out of order. Should have activated the wizard first, but it doesn't really matter in this case. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3. Just gonna move up and stay next to the marksman. Okay, creature phase. This rat cannot see. Can you? Not exactly. You can see him. You can see him. You can't exactly. Well, no, we'll make it interesting. You can see they hear noises. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then move. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Get ready to fight the Templar. Over here. This pile of rats is going to move up 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. And unless they have some kind of rule where they don't have to deal with difficult terrain, it is going to make it halfway up the wall. Nope. Nothing like that. So it is a 1 inch up the wall. Guys get cursed dice. Okay, rolling initiative. And whoops. That is a 5. So that means more rats show up. Another pile of rats over here. And wizard phase. This wizard is going to, the only wizard is going to move around, try and pick up some treasure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and as an action, she is going to grab this treasure. And special rules for Dark Alchemy. The treasure does not slow you down, and characters can pick up multiple pieces of treasure and then carry them off the board at regular speed without taking the hits to their stats or anything. So this guy is going to do the same thing. He's going to pick up this piece of treasure, and we'll say that he hears his buddy call out, "Hey, there's a big old pile of rats over here, help me out," and then he's going to move up over to here into cover so that he can see what's going on over here. So the Templar is going to use his movement to get up here and grab this piece of treasure, and he can get up there. Okay, so this soldier, or the Templar, is going to use all of his movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to get up here and grab this treasure. And this marksman is going to move over here 10, 15, whoops, yeah, 20, right there, just around the corner, and he's going to take a shot on the pile of rats. That's a 7, and I believe that even with a +3, that misses. I have to check. Giant rats have an AC of 6, and that hits on the die. It doesn't do that much damage, but since they only have 1 point of health, he kills that pile of rats. One less pile of rats to worry about. Creature phase, this pile of rats is already 1 inch up the wall, so it will spin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get into base to base with this ranger with just enough time, or just enough movement to fight him. And the pile of rats is fight +0. The ranger is fight +2. That is a 19 for the ranger and a nat 1 for the rat. That is a dead rat. This pile of rats over here is going to, does not see him, does not technically see him either. We'll just roll for it, see which way he goes. 18, yeah, this way. So he's gonna move here and then see this Templar, and he'll keep moving that way. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Okay, initiative. Whoops. Well, that's a 19 for the Warband. This doesn't matter. No more rats show up. First off, the wizard over here is going to make a beeline for more treasure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not quite enough to get there. Yeah, doesn't matter. She picks up this piece of treasure. Soldier phase. The Templar is going to try to kill something. He is just gonna superhero jump down here. Try and get there in enough movement. 5, 10, boom, right there. Superhero jumps down less than, or 3 inches or less, and he is going to fight some rats. That's a 16. That is 1 dead rat against another nat 1. So technically, that is that's game, because every single piece of treasure has been removed from the board, and there's another mechanic in the game where you're supposed to go up and then open a door, and then if it's less than a 15, then that's the wrong door, and you need to go over to the other door. So I mean, we could play that out, but it's going to happen eventually. Well, you know what? I take it back. No, I'm going to keep rolling initiative and just see if more rats show up. So, that is an 11. No more rats show up. So, we'll keep moving these guys. Yeah. So, soldier, this ranger is going to move. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3. Make a beeline for that door. The marksman over here is going to make his way around his buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, up to there. And the initiative that I already rolled means that no more rats show up, and it is wizard phase. So, yeah. I would like to get more spells off with her. I would like to get her a little bit more experience. But, you know, let's see. What if we tried to transpose ourselves with this ranger? She needs a 12 to transpose herself. Is there any special rules for it? It's just her. Let's see. Switches the positions of 2 figures on the board. Must be within 10 inches of each other. Have line of sight. They may switch themselves with another figure, or if it's an enemy figure, they make an opposed will roll. So she's just going to try to do that. She needs a 12 to get this off. That's a 19. So she is going to switch with this ranger over here. Get another spell off. And then do her movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Get to the door. And then next turn she will have an action to get there. And then the rest of our intrepid adventurers are going to keep going for the other doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And it is time to roll initiative again. 7. A pile of rats. shows up at the rat pile. Wizard phase. The wizard is going to spend an action to try to open this door, see if it's the right one. It is not. That's an 11. And then she will move over here. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. And try to back up her buddies from cover. Oh, should have cast glow on these guys. That's fine. And then soldier phase. The Templar is going to go first and get right up in this. Or no, actually, we'll take some shots on it maybe. Why not? Before anybody's tangled up in melee. First, this ranger is going to move up a little. No, actually, no, that door is wrong. This door is opened, and that is not the right door. So he is going to move over 10, 15. Yeah, fine. It's going to take a shot on the rats. That's nat 1. There's no way that gets past its AC. And then this guy never actually reloaded. So first off, the Templar is going to go up 5, 10, right here, get into contact with this pile of rats and see if he can kill it, and then he can try and open up the door. Let's roll on. Crit 20, toast. This is the door, and that is game. So part of the reason why in Dark Alchemy the characters can carry so much stuff and they aren't slowed down is because they're picking up potions, and the table that you roll for is different. It's not a regular treasure table. You can see that there are like grimoires and there's magic armor and weapons, etc. But for the most part, you're picking up like potions, maybe a little bit of gold, a scroll, something like that. So we got all 4 treasures, and I'm gonna just go ahead and roll off and see what those are. That's a 2, which is 20 gold coins, a 3, not rolling very hot, 25 gold coins, a 1, 15 gold coins, and nat 20, 19, which is an actual grimoire. So, yeah, hopefully this will level up my wizard just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, yeah, mistakes were made. That first round when the Alchemical Monstrosity could have got into the archers and all them and started messing them up with all of its abilities, it could have gotten there in it. And the crossbow guy that he was going for, he could have messed him up. He wouldn't have got his nat 20. He wouldn't have knocked him out like that. So yeah, mistakes were made. And then when I rolled off for the grimoire that my illusionist got, she got leap, which is a cool spell. Totally fits in thematically with what she does, and it's from one of the aligned schools. So she only needs like a +2 to cast it to jump crazy distances. But yeah, fun game, really fun. I really enjoyed doing my first battle report, and yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching the whole thing. And take care of yourselves until the next time I see you.